Testing, testing. You have me on. Okay, we're ready to start our program this morning. We have a few less people than planned because swim meets came up, vacations came up, and so we might skip a couple names because they might not be here. And then we have one that's coming from a swim meet, and maybe she'll get here on time. So we'll just try to follow the program as best we can. Okay, there's coloring over here for the little ones. So Grace and Matthew, do you want to go? I'm messing with you. You're not smiling. I'm messing with you about coloring at the little table. So we're really happy to have everybody here today, and I'm really especially thankful for Wayne and Barbara. They're in the back. Could you please give them a hand? A huge hand, even though there's just a few of us. Wayne is going to be the sound man, and Barbara's been a super receptionist and hostess to our whole event here. We had one in May with some other Montessori children and some of my studio kiddos. So she has done this a couple times, so we really appreciate her. She also did the program. Isn't it gorgeous? It's the nicest program I've ever had. I've never had one so nicely done. It's really beautiful. Well, I'm going to talk about each of you as you're coming up. Matthew Kwan is a transfer student from one of our teachers who we've known for like 40 years. Her health is keeping her from teaching as many students right now, so they came to me like a year and a half so ago. They've attended Student Day, which we'll talk about a little bit, and they've done that for like 4 and 5 years, something like 5 years, I think. They've been in Student Day. So Student Day is a state-organized curriculum for us to teach from, to do all the theory, all the skills, all your scales, to do songs and do them from memory, and also to do ear training. So it's a comprehensive program, and anybody who spends more time on the piano and spends more time with me, we can get it done. I can't do it with the Montessori kids at school because I don't have enough time with them, but I interject theory whenever I can. So if you see some theory papers riding around here, it's because we've tried to get theory in whenever we can. Theory is important because when they go on to do another instrument, the piano theory is going to carry over into scales and things that they need to know about the different keys of songs and things like that. So I'm going to have Matthew come now and play Ice Skaters. And I'm not going to try to pronounce the man's name. Emil or Emily, I don't know how you say his name. Matthew did this song from memory for Student Day, so he's coming and doing that with us today. Thank you. Sorry, two things I forgot. I forgot to introduce Denise, and I forgot to say bow and curtsy when you're done. If you want to bow and curtsy, it's okay. Denise, come on forward here. I didn't do this yet. So Montessori folks have seen Denise in and out of the school at our church. And she and I have known each other for 41 years. She's not old enough. She's my mentor, and her mom was my mentor as well. And so I learned how to have a studio from her. And I just love what I do, and I love that she mentored me. And I'm not going to cry.
So you may not know about Donna in the sense that she is a former president of the Sarasota Music Teachers Association and also chairman of Student Day events. She's been involved with the Piano Festival here in Sarasota County for many years and has served in many capacities within the music teachers organizations in town. So we were fortunate enough to meet at church years ago. When I started, I was out of college and I wanted to start a music school, and it was called Children's Music Center. Then the children started getting a little older and they didn't want to come to a place that was entitled Children's Music Center, so it was changed to Sarasota Music Center. And it was located in the Yamaha piano store. Then they closed, so we had to then go out on our own, and I moved away, and she established her own studio, and it has been thriving ever since. So we're very proud of everything that you do and have so many students, and I don't know how you keep up with everything. So we were very happy to reconnect when I got back into town, and now I'm involved with the Montessori school, so I'm very happy to be there, and one of the teachers is right over there, Jessica. So very happy to be here, Donna.
So Denise took over a 4-year-old class this year, and then they turned 5 by the end of the year. And so at Montessori, she had 4-year-olds bouncing literally around. And I love her forte of being able to keep little ones so engaged in piano and learning how to do music, and they would sing their own name, they would make up their own tunes. She just does an awesome job with them. So I've really seen the 4-year-olds grow. We're going to get Jasmine in there in a couple of years. Yeah. Yes, and then Daniel down the way. And Daniel's coming up. So I've really enjoyed having her come in, and then she took some of the older students as well, because as she says, I have a lot of students at my studio, and I just wanted to involve her and get more visibility for piano and more people involved in it, and everybody who's done it love it. It's just they can't all show up today, so I feel bad about them not all being here, because it would have been great for you to see what she did with them. So Sebastian's going to come up and play for us drums. And what's neat about this song is that he's learning different hand positions. I'm going to talk for a minute. You get ready, okay? Denise wrote this book, and I was introduced to it back when I worked at your studio for a few months. I worked in her studio and fell in love with this book, and I've used it for so many kids. I start almost everybody out in this book. So what she did was teach with the left hand an easier pattern by doing 2 notes at the same time, so the kids could anchor and figure out where to put that C and G in the left hand. And that I have so many adults say to me, well, I quit taking piano when I had to play the left hand. I've showed this to adults, and they keep going. So Sebastian is doing one that's not in the C position, but he had to learn to do it in D position, and so he has chosen to do Forest drums. Sebastian, can you get your other book? Can you get your other book, and we'll do the other one too. Are you ready? I'm going to move your bench. So Monsters Midnight March, I think you're going to recognize how monstrous it is. It's going to be way down here on the lower end of the piano. You ready? You want to do it? Is that a good place for you? We have a nice big music box. Okay. Thank you. And I like how you can hear his louds and soft and do such a great job with making a difference and making that sound so impressive. Elizabeth, are you ready?
So Elizabeth's first song is entitled Mr. Turtle, and it's a song about a turtle who's trying to cross the road. And my daughter was in the car, and the car in front of us honked the horn as if the turtle was going to go any faster. So this little song is about Mr. Turtle. Mr. Turtle walks across the street, and then the car honks the horn. So listen carefully for those honks. Oh, and by the way, I did get out of the car, picked the turtle up, and put it safely across the road. And for my dog, it's the story about a dog that keeps jumping on the couch, and it's not supposed to. So it jumps up on the couch, and you'll see her hand jump up, and then you have to tell the dog, nope, got to come back down, and her hand will have to go down the piano for when the dog lands on the ground.
Thank you for Miss Denise making that book. We just love playing those songs. And you notice she has them reaching way high and way low already partway through the book, which is really, really cool, that they have to find the different seeds down low and up high. So I love that theory. Let's see who's next. Samuel, let's come and do Storms on Saturn. So I'm going to talk about this one a little bit. One of the studies that I do starts with the 2s and 3 black keys. Well, here about in level 2, they're getting them back on the black keys and playing a lot of the more minor sounds and more different scales. And so I love this song because it's a really cool, effective piece. Very nice reading, fantastic job. It's not just straight of the middle in a C position or G position, it's a little bit different. So fantastic job on that. So now he's going to play Chugging Choo Choo. So I'm going to talk a little more about something here. I don't know if you've all read, but in Western New York, the big boy locomotive went through this week, And I keep liking the pictures, and I keep getting more and more pictures on Facebook about this big train coming. I don't know, I think it came from the Midwest, and it's coming through New York State, and it's going to eventually get to Philadelphia by July 4th. So what a day to celebrate a tugging tutu. Thank you very much. I didn't think of it till just now. I really wanted a Beethoven and a Bach piece. So, Grace, do you want to do Bach first, and then we'll do Beethoven last? Is that cool? And then Samuel will have a minute in between for his Ode to Joy. You okay? Because we can move it more if we need to.
So I wanted to interject something about this piece and the way that you played it. I would like to congratulate you because that was a historically correct performance, meaning at this time in history, piano was not invented. So music at that time, Bach for Bach, was written on a harpsichord. And oftentimes, I've judged that piece, I know Donna has too, and her performance was historically correct. You notice that there were louds and there were softs because the harpsichord had two manuals, one for loud, one for soft. It was one or the other. Also, the pedal was not invented yet because the piano hadn't been invented. So the way that the sustaining element that you did so very well was the left hand holds down the two notes that it plays in order to give it that very flowing feeling. This is rare to have this piece played historically correct. And of course, I am all about playing historically correct, and so is Donna. So I am very proud of you for presenting that piece the way it would have been presented 300 years ago. Congratulations, and thank you.
And I want to give kudos to Linda Rosinski because she taught her that first. When she came to me, it was almost ready. So that's beautiful. Thank you for talking about that. I was just thinking about that, sitting here thinking, this is Baroque. It wasn't on a piano, it was on a harpsichord, and what a fantastic job. We've enjoyed this piano. Again, kudos to Wayne and Barbara for having us here and being able to play in this beautiful sanctuary and on that beautiful piano, which the kids have enjoyed, we've enjoyed. You can hear their intonations, you can hear their musicality because the piano's just picking it all up and we can hear it so well. So, Samuel, you ready for your Ode to Joy? Let's end it with Beethoven, okay? Give us a little Beethoven. I want to say one more thing, and maybe Denise will close out the program with something we have special for the kids. Well, I get something that I have special for the kids. I sometimes can't sleep in the middle of the night, so I get online and I look up some stuff. And this particular version and curriculum of piano books, thank you, Barbara, has really high acclaim right now. They are really saying that this is a very good quality music. We've been using it for years, but to have them say this after we've used it for years, it's a good quality, and the way the Fabers wrote it is very good. You notice that Grace and Matthew are 5 years into student day, maybe a few more years of playing the piano. And so their music is moving into classical and Baroque. And they actually speak of this going up to level 3, 4, and 5. And then after that, which we haven't gone that far, 3, 4, and 5 in these, but they've already picked up on classical music and they're ready to be doing that, classical and Baroque, and the other eras of music. So I just thought that was a good thing to share, that we're on the right track here. All right, I'm going to let Denise do a couple things while I grab something, okay?
So if we could have all the performers coming right up here. So Grace and Matthew. And what we'd love for you to do is stand right here on this step. So you have the piano in the background. Let's see, and let's stand together. And then how about, can you come down here? And then scoot down just a little bit. And these are our performers for today. Let's congratulate them one more time. And we have medals to show their accomplishment for this year, and Donna has special packets, and what is sentimental about these packets is that they include pictures of your child playing the piano, learning their theory, and doing a comprehensive music program. So she will announce the names of the performers as she gives the packet to them, and then I'll give them the medal.
And also I have the certificates for the 3 students that did Student Day this year that are here today. Okay, so I have your certificate, and it shows that it has a seal. It's from the state of Florida, and we also go under the guidelines of the National Association for Music Teachers, and we have the local and the district as well. So these are signed by district people and state people. I'm going to announce Kiera because Kiera did it as well. So here's hers. Sebastian, Sandra, can you hold these? Somebody hold it. So Sebastian Mihan, he did level 2 this year. 1. What level did you do? 1. I wrote it wrong, so I'll have to fix that. I know, I made a mistake. I'll redo it. Just take it for today, okay? Okay, Matthew Kwan did level 3. That's yours on top. And Grace Kwan did level 4. Okay. Now those. These are heavy and slippery. Elizabeth. Grace, here's yours. I have to put more in it. I need to put more in there. Matthew, yours. Just a snippet of what they've been doing. Samuel. So Elizabeth, thank you for taking piano this year. Okay, as well. So Sebastian comes every Sunday in addition to studying at school. So that's how he can accomplish and get into the student day and the theory. And you gals, Matthew and Grace come on Sundays as well. So we have lots of time to get that done. That's Grace. Matthew Kwan. Okay, Samuel. And I have to tell you something about Matthew, because I've talked about everybody so far somewhat, but I wanted to talk about Samuel for a second. Samuel has a very good ear for music, and he wanted to learn Rush E. Remember last year that was such a big deal, learning Rush E? And so he got a lot of other kids in the Montessori school doing it because they would hear us in the other room, and everybody wanted to do that song. It's a lot of E's, but he has such a good ear that for people who have a good ear, it's really hard to read. And this year, he has read every single thing I've given him. That is huge. So let's give him a big applause for that, because that's a real accomplishment. Not only can he hear music, he can read it. And that's so important down the road when you have a song that you want to play and you have it in front of you to be able to read it. That's where we want to go. It's just like reading books. You need to be able to read to enjoy books. So we just love all the accomplishments you guys have done. Yay! Okay. Mighty. Yes. Did anybody get this picture right here in a picture? Okay. I don't have my phone out, so. Yes, and that's it.